Welcome to Barbara's Bulletin, the podcast where we bring you the latest news and updates from around the world. We have a lot of ground to cover, so let's dive right in. Our top story today is the ongoing conflict between Russia and Ukraine. Reports are emerging that at least 2 people were killed in a drone attack in Russia's southwestern Saratov region, while parts of Ukraine are experiencing power outages due to targeted assaults on energy infrastructure. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky has stated that Russia launched overnight drone and missile strikes on 5 Ukrainian regions, targeting energy and port infrastructure. According to local authorities, the drone attack in Russia damaged a residential building, and several windows were blown out at a kindergarten and clinic. Meanwhile, in Ukraine, thousands of families are without electricity after strikes last night in multiple regions, including Kirovohrad, Mykolaiv, Odessa, Sumy, Kharkiv, Kherson, and Chernihiv. The situation is complex, with both sides accusing each other of aggression. The U.S. is leading peace talks to try to bring an end to the conflict, but so far, a resolution has not been reached. One of the main sticking points is who will control Ukrainian territory currently occupied by Russian forces. As the negotiations continue, European leaders are seeking to steer the talks towards a peaceful resolution. German officials are set to host President Zelensky on Monday for discussions, and American negotiators are working to find common ground between the two sides. We'll be keeping a close eye on this developing story and bringing you updates as more information becomes available. For now, it's clear that the situation remains volatile, and a peaceful resolution is still elusive. We'll be right back with more of today's top news on Barbara's Bulletin. Welcome back to Barbara's Bulletin. We're continuing our coverage of global news, and today we're focusing on a developing story in Southeast Asia. Reports are emerging that fighting has continued along the Thai-Cambodian border, despite claims from U.S. President Trump that he had brokered a ceasefire between the two countries. According to sources, Thai officials have stated that they did not agree to a ceasefire, while Cambodian authorities have remained silent on the matter. The conflict has resulted in significant displacement, with hundreds of thousands of people forced to flee their homes on both sides of the border. At least 24 people have been reported killed, and many more have been injured. It's worth noting that the U.S. president had announced on Friday that he had spoken to the leaders of both countries and that they had agreed to a ceasefire. However, this claim has been disputed by Thai officials, who say that peace will depend on Cambodia ceasing its attacks first. Cambodian Prime Minister Hun Manet has also made no mention of a ceasefire, instead expressing his country's readiness to cooperate in achieving a long-lasting peace. The situation remains complex and fluid, with both sides accusing each other of aggression. The international community is urging calm and restraint and calling for a peaceful resolution to the conflict. As the situation continues to unfold, we will bring you updates and analysis. In the meantime, it's clear that the road to peace in this region will be long and challenging. We must consider the historical context and the complexities of the conflict, and work towards a solution that takes into account the needs and concerns of all parties involved. Welcome back to Barbara's Bulletin. As we wrap up today's show, let's dive into the world of energy markets and explore some key trends that could shape the industry in 2026. According to a recent report by CME Group, several factors are expected to influence the energy landscape, including LNG supply expansions, oil market risks, and the growing demand for electricity driven by artificial intelligence. The commissioning of new U.S. and Qatari LNG projects could potentially pressure Henry Hub futures, especially if feed gas demand growth lags or project timelines slip. This highlights the importance of monitoring project developments and their impact on global energy markets. On the oil front, sanction pressures on Russia and Iran could limit supply, but any easing may release 70 million barrels in floating storage, potentially depressing prices. OPEC+ policy pivots will also remain crucial in shaping the oil market. Meanwhile, China's refined product export quotas could have a significant impact on global fuel markets. A large export quota from China could flood Asian markets with gasoline and diesel, supporting crude demand but pressuring global fuel margins, which in turn could affect WTI, RBOB, and ULSD futures. The foreign exchange market may also contribute to volatility, with a structurally weaker dollar potentially providing a bullish background for crude oil. The growth of artificial intelligence is another key factor to watch, as it drives up energy consumption and creates new opportunities for the electricity market. With data centers accounting for a significant portion of power consumption, utilities and developers are scrambling to meet the demand, which could lead to a frantic race for power. As we look ahead to 2026, it's clear that the energy market will be shaped by a complex interplay of factors. Whether you're an investor, a trader, or simply someone interested in staying informed about global events, it's essential to stay up to date on these developments. That's all for today's Barber's Bulletin. Remember to like, share, and subscribe, and until next time, stay engaged.